if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is taken at the 15. Oh, nice move. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. And caught by Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Gun!
They're going to look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there for L.A. And even 60 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Leopard! Over! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Joey Bosa Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Power with a first down and more. And it's caught. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking up. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Taken in at the 22. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the... Fourth quarter, a very one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let this one go, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 48 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Extra point safely through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. A first throw for the backup Rosen. And he's going to go down again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Gun! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, Lucky 56!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Powell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. With that, he has done what nobody else has done in the first century of NFL football. He has gone over 400 yards receiving in a single game. Simply incredible. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He got 29 yards that time.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A good pickup there at 22. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the home team here, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.